What is transformational life coaching? It's a big question. Well, first of all, it's the only type of life coaching that we do at the Transformational Change Institute. So let's talk about transformation. In our lives, we go through lots of transformation. We are a high school student, then we transform to a college student. We're away from our parents for the first time in our lives, for many of us, and sometimes that freedom is very freeing. Sometimes it's too freeing for a lot of people. Graduate college, you go and get a job. You have a child, you get married. Hopefully not necessarily in that order. For many people, you get divorced. You may get laid off or do a career change, or maybe you work in the same job and suddenly you retire. All of these are examples of transformational changes in identity, meaning we are in that moment literally changing the way that we see ourselves. So those are examples of changes that take place kind of around these big, well-known, recognized life events, kind of life milestones. And obviously, as that changes, you have a kid, suddenly you're a parent. You literally are changing the label that you put on yourself. But there are other changes that we also help people with. Anything that changes at the level of identity. So maybe you used to be a smoker, now you're a non-smoker. Maybe you used to think of yourself as very heavy or overweight. Now you're thinking of yourself as somebody who is thin and fit. You used to be an alcoholic, now you see yourself as sober. You used to be a member of a religious organization, now you're an atheist. Or vice versa, you used to be an atheist, now you're born again. What all of these changes have in common is they're changes at the level of identity. You are literally transforming from one thing into another. Typically, it's not as dramatic as a butterfly spinning a cocoon, going inside, and then later emerging as a butterfly. But that is a wonderful metaphor for the changes that we can make. And those changes at the level of identity, require an enormous amount of rewiring. A lot of it is unconscious rewiring. And helping people with that rewiring, changing themselves, transforming them at the level of identity, and completing the rewiring in such a way that that change stays, it lasts. It's not a change that you're making through willpower, it's a change in who you are, is the unique brand of coaching that I specialize in. My entire team specializes in helping our clients make and complete.